If I come to you and I say, let's say I got a hamster, I'm like, I want a pendant on my hamster's face. I want a fat pendant on my hamster's face.
Fat pendant.
Massive, like glisten, like his eyes are all glistening and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
nose, whiskers, everything.
So,
BBS.
so you want to put a mask on him?
What's that?
We can even do it with a mask.
You can put a mask on a hamster.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Swear. You can do
anything's
it.
possible,
So,
bro.
so anything that I want, you can get it done.
Yeah.
Yes, my people, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Hate Squid.
Podcast.
And why have I got a big grin on my face? Because the competition
Yeah, man.
ended. Well, I'm speaking future tense.
Yeah.
So by the
Hasn't
time
ended
this
yet.
is out,
Yeah.
it would have ended last week. And I'm gonna speak into existence.
we hit the
we
goal,
hit the 1K mark. You
Yeah,
get
we
me?
hit the goal.
Big up everyone that got involved and helped us. Shout out to the winners. I imagine. Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna.
No, we hit it, man.
Yeah, we hit it.
It's growing at a very good rate, man.
Trust me, I'm big up everyone that's been going ham recently. As always, if you're watching on YouTube for the first time, be sure to subscribe, like the video. Last time we gave them a target of 80, and I think as we record this now, it's like nearly on 90. So what
Swear.
yeah, what target should we give them?
100. Because last time it was just us two. This time we got a very special
Trust me,
guest.
we've got a special guest in the building,
100.
so which we'll introduce in a second. So 100 likes on this video is the target. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, as always, subscribe to our channel there, follow our page, leave a little review. Mr. Nooch, over to you, my goat.
What you telling me, man?
I'm out here, man. I'm excited about this
So
one,
obviously-
bro.
Yeah,
I'm
same,
excited
bro.
about this
Not gonna
one.
lie, same. So obviously last time we're gonna have a special guest.
Mhm.
Obviously some circumstances happened, didn't work out. Me and Hader improvised. Obviously we delivered content because that's what we are
That's
now.
what we are,
creators.
content creators.
But yeah, man, joined by a very special guest. Someone that we've been speaking to for not too long now, but I got in contact with through someone else, through Nebo. Shout out Nebo if you're watching. And someone I've been eager to have on the show. Give it up for Bear Ice, man.
Thank you
My
for
brother
having
Jay,
me,
what you
boys.
saying, man?
What's good,
How
my
you doing?
bro?
I'm
Everything good, yeah?
Sweet as day, man. Can't complain.
How's
man.
2020 been, man?
It's actually been a really great year.
For you?
Yeah, it's
My
been a
guy.
really great year.
That's what I like to
Wish I
hear,
could
man.
relate, man.
That's what I like to
I
hear.
started off, obviously, my boy got married, so I went to India. I started
Sick.
that off. And
Gang,
then
gang.
we're coming back and we saw this COVID stuff coming around.
It wasn't serious back then, innit?
Nah,
You're
we were
like,
talking
nah.
about like, nah, we don't need like masks or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Came back and then got back to work and then just got hit with COVID, man.
Since the
And
beginning.
mad, bro.
then-
It's mad, it's
Yeah,
mad.
I thought it was gonna be very quiet because obviously a lot of the stuff that I do is very personal and
yeah.
obviously,
Mhm.
you know it goes. But
Yeah. No, that's
Li-
good, man.
literally, like it started booming.
What, this year, yeah?
Literally, like when COVID came around, I thought it was gonna go down, but it just kept going. Like
Bruv, I
Sick,
remember-
bro.
it's been brilliant.
Early this year, COVID, I wasn't even talking about COVID, but I was talking about World War III. Do you remember Iran and USA?
Yeah, that was.
Bruv, I went Dubai,
Feels like yesterday,
and
man.
that's what I was scared of. I wasn't even thinking about COVID, bruv. That's what I was shook of, because Dubai was getting threatened and all this shit. And then I come back, and then all of a sudden now people are going crazy over this COVID thing. And we're talking about, like, bruv,
Yeah.
this is a flu,
We were,
bruv.
bro. We were
It's
joking
mad,
about
innit?
it. We were
That's
joking
forgotten
about it.
about. Like,
yeah,
you don't even,
that
like,
straight, bruv. No
Yeah.
transition. I think Kobe died in between then as well, innit?
I think he died in end of Jan, early
This
Feb.
year's been drama, fam.
Pop Smoke, rest in peace.
Mad drama.
Oh,
But
like in terms of death, it's just
it's been
too
nuts,
much.
fam. It's been nuts. But yeah, I wanted to
too
ask you, because obviously I understand that you don't have the conventional job kind of thing. Like obviously it's not the 9 to 5 where, do you get me? It's like a lot of, you rely on yourself to kind of make
of course, yeah,
the
you gotta get
clients.
yourself
And
out the dirt
exactly, yeah.
when it hits. But,
So obviously people might know you as Bear Grylls
Mhm.
previously.
yeah.
Change it to Bear Ice. If you can just give the viewers an idea of what it is that you do. And yeah, we'll just go from there, bro.
Cool. So I specialize in custom jewelry. I started from grills. Obviously, you can tell by the name Bear Grylls. I just made a transition, man. That's all it was.
Mm.
I'm getting older now. I'm getting more mature. The grills was like the young me. You know what I mean? So it was a different type of crowd. At the time, I was just chasing money. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really know any kind of like direction or anything like that. I just wanted to make a lot of money. Then when I started doing that and Bear Grylls started getting big and big, then custom jewelry just fell into my lap. So that's hence I made the name Bear Ice.
Do you remember when that transition happened? Or do you remember like sitting down and thinking, bruv, allow this girl to, like, I can expand on this. I can, rebrand and make.
It was this time last year.
Oh, swear.
This time last year. It's my birthday next month.
Okay.
So
Happy early
23rd.
birthday, bro.
Happy early
Appreciate
birthday.
it, man. Turning 30. It
Jeez.
only gets
63.
better from here.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro.
But
Fingers crossed, bro.
How
yeah,
did-
on
yeah,
my-
go ahead.
Yeah, so on my birthday, like I was a bit drunk. One of my boys was like, "Yo, you should just do the custom jewelry thing, man." And I looked at him and I'm just like, you know, when you just like, when it hits and you're just staring at your boy and your boy's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like,
You're going through
like,
some
I'm going
images
through
and
some
that.
mad
He's
thing
like,
in my
bro, why
head.
is this Donny looking
He's
at
like,
me?
yo, let's go have a drink. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just chill out, have a drink. He's like, you're taking it too seriously, bro. Like, and then the next day I just decided to make a move, to be honest, man.
Sick. Just happened like that.
Sick,
Yeah.
sick,
So when did the whole like from
Yeah.
day dot? When did the journey start?
Take
The
us
whole
back, bro. You
grills?
get
Take
me
us all the
to
way.
expose.
Alright, cool. So,
we want the, you know
I
what I'm
want a
saying?
flashback.
Trust me, bro.
You want the roots of where it came
Come
from.
on,
Yeah,
fam.
I'd just take you back to school days.
The once
Yeah,
upon a
let's do that,
time.
let's do that.
even when I was in school, like I was obviously hanging around with the wrong crowd, doing the wrong things, like didn't really believe in the system. I hated studying. Like I had no belief in it. But obviously, I'm an Asian kid, come out Indian family. Like you know, you do it for your parents. You
Yeah,
go through
100%.
college.
Yeah.
You know, you get to a
Mm,
university. You get your degree. I got to a university and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. But I said to myself, I'm gonna go party for a whole year.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jump out and I'm just gonna see what's going on.
happens,
Right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just face it.
Mm.
Basically, I just wanted to rave really bad. But
Was that like a gap year then? Yeah.
yeah, no. I actually went to uni.
Oh, you went to uni
I
to a
went to
party.
university to party.
My guy.
Yeah,
Oh, but and you
Like-
made the informed decision to not go lectures.
to not go lectures. I didn't tell my
That's
parents that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I
of
didn't
course.
tell my
That's
parents.
What uni, bro?
Brunel.
Okay,
Oh,
so
sick.
that's
Yeah.
Uxbridge, isn't it?
Yeah, Oxford. Yeah.
Sick,
Oxford.
sick, sick,
Best
sick.
year of my life.
Is it?
Yeah, learned a lot, lost a lot.
You must have learned a lot
Learned
from,
a lot.
from what, the club or the lectures.
Literally, bro. Like, if people used to ask me what I was doing, I was trying to like avoid the whole
What
conversation.
subject? Sorry, did you say already? What subject?
I done mobile design.
Oh,
I went
okay.
into I went into clearing, and so I was like the last guy.
just took what was there, kind
exactly,
of
yeah.
thing. Mobile design.
Mobile design. So don't ask me what it is. I don't know, but I
What's
just
that- what's
took
that?
it kind of thing. So.
Nokia and that, like.
And then from there, I partied the whole year. Then I dropped out. Then I was like, shit. Like, life
Wow.
had just slapped me in the face, basically. Like, what am I gonna do? And I don't come from a family where everything's put on a plate or like you gotta go get it out there and go get it yourself. So my dad is a dental technician, and I wanted to work for him. So I was like, just to get me on my feet and get to where I want to go. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I thought, you know what, it's the only choice I have right now. I'm not trying to work for anybody else. I can work for my dad. I can chill. So I done that, but I had to go back to college. So I had to go back to dental school, do that for 3 years, and then jump in the game. So I studied it for 3 years. I was his apprentice for like 3-4 years, and in that meantime, he was doing like a few gold teeth for people and all that kind of stuff. And like I knew a type of crowd that used to wear grills at the time.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I can make this. So I started making grills just for people, like for mates and all that kind of stuff, just trying it out, and people liked it. And then as I was doing it, I was only getting better at it. So then what that happened was I started earning an income from it, right? I started off part-time. And then after, the dental side just went down. I never even qualified. I never even got into dentistry that deep. I started running my own business. And then I was downstairs in my workshop one time and I was chatting to my dad's mate. And he was like, why don't you just call it Bear Grylls? And he walked out the door.
That's a bro. Yo,
And I
people
built-
around
I
you.
That's
are
like a Shah Rukh
sick,
Khan
fam.
scene, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm standing
Man
there.
done a mic drop.
Trust me.
Dipped.
I was sitting there, I was like, just on my own, yeah? He walked out.
Mm.
I was on my own. I was like, you got something there, man.
That's sick.
Went home, went to the drawing board, started mapping up ideas, logos, and all that kind of stuff. Shout out my sister, she drew up like the original Bear Grylls
Oh,
Shout
so-
out.
logo, yeah.
Man.
What year was that? Sorry, bro. How old were you when
I
you?
was in like 2015,
Okay.
25.
So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
obviously not like 10 years ago, but it was like, like 5 years, give or take.
Yeah.
But yeah. So did I say 2005? I said meant 2015.
No, you said 2015.
Did I say 2015?
You said 5 years.
I thought I said 2005 or something.
Trust me,
I was like,
nah,
"Right,
it's
how
all
can I
cool."
say that on the mic?
So you went from the obviously as you said you come
Yeah.
from like a Indian background, so on and
Yeah.
so forth. And same, I come from a Pakistani background, so it's very similar. You get me, and
course,
even
yeah.
you, bro. Arab education is the key. to
Engineer,
success.
lawyer,
definitely.
dentist,
Yeah, you know
doctor,
the
one
whole
of them.
Mera beta doctor banega,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
trust me. Yeah.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, like a lot of us. I mean, I'm fortunate that I didn't get that pressure from my mum and dad, so on and so forth. But like, my mum really did hammer into me. Success comes via education.
Yeah.
Not that I disagree, but with with the internet and the age that we're living in now,
Yeah.
there's and Saki was saying as well. Saki was one of our previous guests a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
He was also he's an A&R for a GRM Daily,
Shit.
and he was also saying like, bro, like growing up, the careers our parents could have chosen or pursued are completely different to what we have now,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's purely because of the internet and the phone in our hand. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
You can well, I wouldn't really call being an influencer a career, but you can make money from
Yeah, of
you know
course.
being bait on socials or having a nice
Get paid
body.
from sponsors.
Yeah, that's mad.
100%,
The world's
man.
become
So obviously you started that in 2015.
2015.
And so were you still you said you was working you done that part-time initially.
Yeah, so and then when it came to actually like passing my year and getting my qualifications,
Yeah.
I just never went through with it.
Don't you have to? Don't you have to have like a?
No, but you can.
Qualification,
I was an apprentice though, but after you get study, you get like a number.
Okay.
So you get like a number for like to be licensed, right?
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to. I started running my own business.
Okay. But
I did
legally,
it.
it's all good.
Yeah, legally. it's
Oh,
all
okay,
good,
sick.
But
That's mad.
I just started, literally. I was gonna go down one route and then I just got diverted.
Okay, sick.
And then from there, I built it. So I started doing work for like loads of artists and build my Instagram, and then got to this stage.
Was it like? Obviously, you said the idea was just because you knew people who would kind of rock grills or anything.
Yeah.
Was it a thing where you saw another person doing it, or it was a thing that was on
No, I
the
didn't
come
see
up?
anyone. I
Oh.
didn't know anybody that made grills.
That was just kind of like a
Yeah.
like a gap
It's
in the
just
market.
something
or
that
like
kept coming my way. And then it was coming up too much where I was getting like repeat customers and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously for me at that time, I wasn't business savvy. My knowledge wasn't, I didn't have a vision of what I wanted to go.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff like I have now. But then I got into something called network marketing.
Yeah, I used to do that as well.
Yeah. So like I started doing this thing called Vima.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the days, yeah. So Vima is more like a, you know about network marketing. So basically, if you have a product, you have two ways you can sell the product. You either put it in stores on shelves, or you can give it to a customer, let them consume it, and then based on whoever they share it with, they can get paid off that.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So there's two. So network marketing is that route. But there's a whole different other side to it, where it's like a personal development side.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
100%.
where
I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah.
Yeah, where you go to seminars, you hang around with like-minded people, you learn from people who have actually made wealth, and you do what they do, and literally you just learn basically. It's like a knowledge. It's the biggest piece of knowledge you'll ever learn in your life that they don't even teach you in school. So from that, I took it. Then the company went under that I was a part of.
Oh, so
Then I started doing the Bear Grylls properly.
okay.
But during that moment, I was just I was just had my fingers
Playing
in the
around with it,
game,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I wasn't doing it full time.
That's kind of a blessing that it kind of
exactly
it forced you to kind of go.
So when
through
that company
something
went under, everybody went to another company. I wasn't a part of it.
Okay.
I decided to duck out.
Okay.
That's
That's
proper
something
ironic. You mentioned Vima because I'll talk to you off camera about whose team and upline and all
yeah.
that stuff. But the personal development side, I can definitely vouch, bro. Last night I was, do you know Bob Proctor?
Yeah.
I was listening to. Did you see my story?
Yeah.
The video.
The old bro.
Yeah, the old bro. Yeah, but
he's like more of the secret. Like,
yeah,
he does all the
bro.
secret,
His
like,
content is mad. And I was listening to a webinar. Sorry, I was listening to one of his old interviews yesterday, like an hour long or whatever. And bro, till this day, like personal development is something so like people don't understand whether you want to go into what you're doing, what we're doing. You know, big up Tom behind the camera, what he's doing, bruv. Like people don't understand the magnitude of how important it is. The same way we take care of our, for example, our body, our mental health.
Yeah.
Or personal development it must, in my opinion, it should be like the most.
It should be taught in school.
Yeah, it should,
Bro, don't even
100%.
get me started on that.
100%, bro.
Schools,
We
fam.
talk about this
Schools.
all the time, bro.
School's
We
some
talk about it
fraud,
all the
fam.
time.
Big man thing.
Yeah, it's a bump.
Yeah, big man thing. What so obviously having a business is completely different to having a successful business. Anyone can just have a business.
Exactly.
So where did that kind of thing click in your head where I was like, okay, I want this clientele, I'm gonna do this strategy, or how did it come naturally? How did it happen?
You try things.
Okay.
Literally, you got to try. Yeah, you got to try and learn. Because you know what it is when you're doing a business, whatever. Like everybody's working a job before they run their own business, right? I was working a job before I run my own business.
Yeah.
It's about if you can take that risk or bringing your income to 0 and then trying on something and you don't even know if it's gonna work, but you get through that hurdle and you're running your business and your money's come in and everything's great. When it's so easy to switch it up and try something else because you knew the biggest risk that you was looking to take, you took, you can do anything. That's the way I looked at it. Like, people take risks every day and they fail.
100%.
Failure to me is not a bad thing.
Yeah, 100%.
I actually love failing. I love feeling shit because it brings the most out of what I want to do, innit?
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
100%.
I think that was the thing that keeps me going, man. I'm not scared of
Definitely,
failing.
bro. You spoke about. I'm just gonna rewind a tiny bit. Yeah, you spoke about you've worked with artists and that's
Yeah.
how your brand grew and word of mouth, social media, Instagram, so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Like it sounds very like it just happened, like so smooth
Like it just
and
happened
it's
smooth,
just like
yeah,
a
yeah.
dice and you rolled it. But obviously there must have been trials and tribulations, so on and so forth.
Definitely.
Who was like the first big personality or artist or someone that you done a piece for?
At the time when I was doing grills, Section Boys.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
so-
How did that
yeah.
come about?
It's Instagram.
All right.
They
you
just
DM
won their first mobile award, and they Sleeks DM me.
Sleeks DM'd you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sick.
Okay.
because obviously I made a video and I put his tune on one of the videos.
Oh, so
And it somehow got to him because obviously back at those time, like
Section Boys
Instagram
were
was sick.
popping as well.
Instagram, you
2015
post
on that.
something is getting to people.
Yeah, yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It wasn't really that saturated.
Algorithms weren't even a thing at the time.
Exactly, yeah.
man.
Okay,
So
Sleeks was the first.
yeah,
Section Boys?
So Section Boys was the first. I was more grills, but in terms of like piece, big artists you want to talk is probably J Hus.
Yeah. Huss was the first. How did that feel, fam? 'Cause I'm
It
assuming
was
you
a
listened to
pleasure, man.
Huss.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm
Like
assuming
I
you
feel
listened to
like
Huss,
J
man.
Hus is one of the sickest like artists around.
In terms of
like,
art, yeah,
and
100%.
in terms of his,
100%.
it's just in terms of his persona on a track and the way he spits and his
not normal.
swagger is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
normal.
It's his, like Huss when you listen to Huss.
Exactly,
That's
innit?
what I
That's
like
what I'm
about
saying. So when he came, I just knew how humble he was because obviously, like for me, I have my own people. Everybody's got their own people that they have love for, and
Yeah.
they take them everywhere they go. And you can tell these guys they grew up together because they're all brothers. And that's the kind of thing I have got with my own family and my own boys. He brought everyone there because it's to show some support
Sick.
and buy grills for everybody else.
Oh, that's
It,
mad.
it wasn't
Oh,
even
bless
about
him,
him,
man.
Do you know
That's
what I'm saying? Like
mad.
it was about his guys
That's sick.
getting them all nice.
When was that?
Was that?
When was that?
Oh, I'd have to go to the post, man. It probably took about 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He just won that. Do you know that performance that he's doing on the Brits? When he's got 2 G
Yeah, yeah,
there.
of course, man.
Yeah, so just before
That's,
that, so literally just before that, and before obviously he went inside, didn't it?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
done his stretch,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's mad.
Bro, he got when he was in last year, and then he got released the same night.
He went on
Drake brought
Drake's
him
thing,
out.
yeah.
Drake brought him out, yeah.
Bruh,
That's
that
mad.
was that
I
was
would've
a
jumped on
moment
stage,
in
bro. Fuck the
history,
security.
I'll be
bro.
honest with you. When he done that, that's when he knew, like, social media is not his thing.
Who? Huss?
Because
Yeah.
he's not a social media man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't even know how, like, when like, this is how I knew that he was from the street and he was not even involved in this virtual world that we got going on. Like, he was like, yo, how do I do this, bro? Like, how do I
swear.
do this? How do I post that? And he was just being real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was just very
Bro.
honest with himself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about this.
They're humble.
I mean, I'm on the street. I do,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I'm always doing this or that.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, it was more so, I was just grateful, man,
Mm.
that someone of his like level is gonna come
Show
buy-
love as well.
Yeah, show love and buy
Yeah.
a product from me that he's gonna rock on stage. Like, it's for me, it's more than that.
That's mad.
Do you know what I mean?
How obviously when I think of jewelers and when I think of like jewelry or grill or whatever or grills or whatever, I don't necessarily think people from our demographic. Do you get me? I always think of like Mayfair and all these like bougie places
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
go and like only like guys in like suits come in, like
Yeah,
got like a McLaren outside or whatever.
100%.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
did you
yeah.
kind of like see that market is, because obviously we know there's money in this
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
where
yeah.
and like people like us in it. Whether
Definitely.
however they get the money, there's money to be made. People
urban
like,
culture?
and we live in a
Yeah.
generation now where stunting, whatever you want to call it, is like to a whole new level, especially
Oh,
with Instagram.
man,
Like you want to show what you got. A
Exactly.
lot of people want to show what they got.
Yeah,
So when did you kind of see that gap in the market and kind of think, okay, I want that to be kind of my clientele?
I kind of always knew it, but I just didn't know how to get them.
Mm.
In terms of like, you know what it is? That kind of clientele, I didn't really want just that clientele.
Mm.
That clientele are good because it stems from where I come from
Yeah.
and where I did the grills and all that kind of stuff, and I already had the clients from before.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm doing like rings for a couple, say for example, that's bigger to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like, say if I'm doing a ring for my friend, for her mum.
Oh, that's sick.
Do you get what I'm saying? There's a lot more sentimental jobs that you actually do for people, and they actually fall in love with it, as opposed to if I do a chain for a guy, he goes on out on the weekend get smashed. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
With
of
chain
course.
pops.
Yeah, yeah, of
You know what I mean?
course.
All that kind of stuff. There's so many different kinds of clientele that you can have. Like I had a guy come, he wants to make a memorial pendant for his grandmother that he lost. So in terms of that clientele, I knew that from the beginning I was gonna get that because I was driving in the direction of the hip hop scene or the rap scene, if you want to call it, like the UK. So I feel like when you're doing like diamonds in general, everybody's gonna catch on to the work. Not so, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
100%.
I knew it from the beginning, man. To be honest, man, I knew what kind of crowd I was going for.
Okay.
Because when I was building my Instagram, I thought to myself, how am I gonna build this organically? Something that not quick, but something with good, like, you know, with
Good
growth,
results, yeah, of
with
course.
growth and,
Longevity.
and active, and you know what I mean. I don't want something fake.
Yeah, of course.
So then I started doing like free jobs for people who had big networks.
You just want like give them a
Free
piece.
work.
Okay,
I
sick.
said, I'll do your free work if you shout me out on your Instagram and do this and do that. Obviously, I took a lot of L's and I took a lot of W's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
100%.
Part of the process, bro.
exactly. So with that, I knew the people that I was directing at,
Okay.
what kind of networks they had, the people that was following them, who's liking their pictures. That's what I was looking at.
Okay.
So I directed them.
I think that's what a lot of people, when it comes to starting a new venture, even for us, we were very naive when we started Hate Squared.
Yeah.
I mean, not trying to say we didn't do any research at all. Of course, you know, we did the basic understanding of
Yeah.
like what kind of podcasts are within the space that we want to go into. But I feel like research, there's kind of two sides of the spectrum, bro. Yeah. Either a certain man got overboard and scared themselves and say, oh, I've done 4 months of research and this data and this spreadsheet, and they go absolutely ham.
Yeah.
But then you got some people who don't do any research and are way too naive and come into an industry where they just take bare L's and they don't even clock.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's good that you kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, it kind of seems as if you, not only were you doing it with your dad, but when you started doing your thing in regards to like the grills and the jewelry and the
Yeah.
custom pieces, you were still learning new things as you went along.
Definitely.
And I think that's a very
crucial.
big key to take away from this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
very crucial, man. Like you have to be learning.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, I'll be honest with you, like no entrepreneur or no person that started a business will tell you that they've never taken L's and you're
100%.
forever taking L's. Warren Buffett takes L's. Do you
Trust
get what
me.
I'm saying?
That's
L's are the
100%.
best thing in the world, man.
Yeah, no,
I don't really
100%.
see him as a bad thing, but I don't know, man. Like a lot of people have this thing in their head where when they run a business or they're trying to get somewhere, doing the theory stuff is they do it too much rather than doing the practical stuff and
Sometimes I
actually making
feel-
it happen.
100%.
Like you boys are making it happen. You're sitting there.
Thank you,
know what
bro.
I mean, you know, like, do you know what I mean? I can feel the energy, and it's
Appreciate it, bro.
it's a good positive energy that you guys
Thank you,
are
bro.
chucking out. Here. And it's-
Agreed, bro. Like I feel as if like again relating back to what I said, like there is an element of all right. Sometimes you do have to be basic and put pen to paper and go on your Googles, do your YouTubes, do your searches,
Yeah,
market
of
it.
course.
But at the same time, I believe ultimately execution's key, bro. I can talk about wanting to have the best podcast in the UK and plan it for 1 year, but in that same 1 year, my man could be releasing content every
Every
2
day.
weeks,
Yeah.
and he might not be as good as me. But the fact that he took the initiative and actually put pen to
Yeah.
paper and then went out, bought the camera, released the content, and was doing it.
Taking
I
action.
wasted 1 year thinking I'm a bad boy on the Excel sheet.
Yeah,
when more
taking
time,
action.
this guy has built a personality.
That's
He's
what
built an audience, and it's all organic. And I feel that's so key and so important, man.
Yeah, definitely, because you have to take it from what we taught.
Yeah.
We're taught to learn from books and
Mhm.
go have an exam. If you pass that exam, you get this.
Memory, it's all memory.
It's all just
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So we're learned that we're taught that failure's a bad thing.
Yeah.
If you fail, you won't go to
Yeah,
the next year. You'll be, you know what I mean, BTEC or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Trust me, bro.
So like from that, a lot of people they find it hard to take. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared of what other people think. And you know what it is? There's so much education that you can do. You're right. Like so much education you do, but if you use too much education, you're just gonna sit there and just not even know what to do.
Nothing.
You
Trust
know what I'm
me.
saying? Because there's
Trust
so
me.
much like knowledge and this and that, and it's just like the one thing stopping you is taking action.
Yeah, no, 100%. Sometimes you just need to just say, you know what, bro, fuck it, man. Let me just dive
do it,
into
man.
it. Bro,
Just
like,
do
Fuck
it,
it.
bro.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah,
Let me just do it.
limited.
That's all it takes.
yeah,
bro.
you,
Like,
even if your quality isn't the best at the beginning, like, bro, I'll tell you straight up, our podcast in the beginning, fam, First episode was in a house. Second episode was in a shisha cafe, which lasted for a couple of times.
Couple
And then,
months, yeah.
and then when quarantine hit, in a car, in my yard, in my garden,
garden,
some
yeah.
dead camera, but
Some 9-megapixel
Thankfully.
camcorder,
Hey,
bro.
that's what,
And look,
yeah, but you enjoyed those times, no?
oh,
No,
no,
100%,
100%, bro.
It was
We
sick
loved
though,
it,
innit?
man.
That's
But
the best thing about it.
That was the best thing about it. But I think what makes it a tiny bit better, bro, the people fucked with us.
yeah,
Because they
people
saw
yeah.
rum, man, them have got no trims for 2 months and they're
Yeah.
out here
Yeah, yeah.
during quarantine.
Yeah, because they know it's in the passion.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Couldn't
you know what I mean?
easily quit there. So you're obviously talking about learning and continuing to learn. The dental stuff, the grill stuff came from a dental background kind of practice.
Yeah, it just came from like that kind of side.
Okay, so how did the ice, like the jewelry kind of
Jewelry
stuff?
from. One of my clients asked me if I can make him a pendant,
Okay.
and I remember it was like 2 years ago, Christmas time, and I was like, yeah, I can do it. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but yeah, I said yeah, I was gonna do it. Found a CAD guy, CAD designer on the computer and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I saw them
Designed
do a
the
lot
whole-
of AutoCAD as well.
Yeah,
I
so
was-
designed everything on the CAD. Didn't know how much it was gonna weigh. Didn't know anything. All I knew that he had like a budget, and obviously I had to make a little bit of money.
Mm.
I made £50 out of that whole budget, and for me it was like I made it. At least
Yeah.
I was £50 up. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it was
like,
a success. You got
yeah,
it
it was
done.
a success. Like he
Client's
loved it and
happy. Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Yeah. So from there, when I started just posting it, people naturally started, asking me about different pieces I can make and this and that. And then one thing just led to another, bro, and you just keep going, innit? And then new things come up every day.
Mm.
Like I'm a firm believer of like, if I have a shit day today, tomorrow's a different day.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
tomorrow is a whole different 24 hours.
Mm.
You can feel good today, you feel shit tomorrow. It's life.
Yeah.
So you'll
Couldn't
get
agree
through.
more. Couldn't agree
100%.
more.
So yeah, it just kept going. With me, man.
Sorry, bro.
No, go ahead.
Ask something.
No.
Yeah.
I was listening.
One thing that I like to talk about a lot, bouncing off from the whole personal development thing you said, is I genuinely believe. You remember Alex Morton?
Yeah.
Can't big up Alex, man.
Yeah. He's quite big now, isn't he?
Bro, he's different level,
he's
bro.
huge now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's huge. He does the trading thing now. Innit?
Yeah.
He said something at the time when we were still back in Vima days that I still applied today about the whole mentor thing.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful in something,
Yeah.
find someone that's done what you want to do
Yeah.
and follow that blueprint. Or
Yeah,
you
just
know,
do what,
look-
if you do what they do, you say what they say,
you get what they have, 100%. Oh, bro, we were reading the same
Yeah.
script, bro.
Yeah,
Love.
of course.
We're gonna talk about this off camera.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. I can relate.
You got left out. So in that regard, now relating it back to what you do,
Yeah.
did you have any mentors? Did you in
Oh,
the grill
100%.
stuff? Did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
anyone you were shadowing? Any people you were going for to
In terms of like
or advice
learning,
or mentorship? or
yeah,
help?
of course. Yeah. I had one guy. His name was Gabriel.
Shout out Gabriel.
Sickest, yeah. Shout out Gabriel, man. Sickest wax up dude. So, like waxing up teeth and stuff. He was
Okay.
the best in London. There's no one doing.
What's
grills.
that?
What
So it's like, when you make a grill, you wax up the teeth.
Okay.
You gotta wax them up first, and then you cast it in gold.
Okay.
He was the guy for waxing. He waxed up like literally probably about 2 years in a row. He waxed up all my work for me, we were working
Okay.
day in day out. Then he decided to make a move to Thailand and start up his own thing there.
Where?
'Cause, yeah, he just wanted to.
Johnny Dang and them, man. What's
Yeah,
his name?
he just wanted to go over and do something else and live a different life, and he didn't really like how the UK was and that. So I was like, all right, cool,
Can
bro.
relate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can relate.
yeah.
100%.
I said to him, I was like, bro, just teach me, innit?
Mhm.
And he didn't want to really give like his secrets away. He's like, I'll be back and this and that. I was like, come on, man, just teach me, bro. Like, you're gonna be gone. I ain't got no one to do my grill. I need to, because I hadn't done grills for 2 years. Like, I hadn't done that, like waxed them up myself.
Yeah.
So I was out of touch. And the way he done them, I couldn't get them that flawless. So I obviously learned it myself. And
Okay.
I basically done exactly what he did. So in terms of the waxing up aspect, I learned off that guy.
Okay.
Now I have a whole different team of people who I've teamed up with, who basically we make jewelry together,
Okay.
right? And these guys are like, they're up there, right? They do like big jobs, like jobs worth 100 grand, 600 grand, like, do you know what I mean? Big chains, right? So I learn off them now, the whole jewelry thing and stuff like that. But I bring the whole business aspect and social media and all that kind of stuff. So those are actual people that I know. And then a lot of my friends, they run businesses as well. So I learn off all my mates that have obviously made a killing or they've done really well for
Business side
themselves.
of
They've
stuff,
got
yeah.
time freedom, that kind of stuff. Then you've got all the people who are online, you don't get to see every day. The people that are in books, right? Like I study a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk.
Shout out Gary V.
Shout out Gary V. He's a
Is that Gary
fucking
V?
Beast.
Yeah.
The
This
beast, that
guy, bro. He always
He's a
rambling on about
beast.
Gary.
I met him, innit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it every time I can.
Yeah,
I met him in
Nah,
2016.
he's a sick dude, man. I met him in Vienna one time.
Oh, I didn't go to that one. I went to Arizona one though.
Yeah, I was there as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was
Bro,
there
we
as well.
probably bumped into each other before.
100%.
Yeah, I'm tempted to ask whose thing you were in,
Yeah.
but I don't want to say it on camera, innit?
No, that's cool, bro. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
after.
calm.
Calm.
Sorry,
Um,
Nooch, man.
That's
Nah,
cool.
man, Gary Vee's my guy as well.
So what was that?
Business side, so you had mentors of kind
Yeah,
of like
so
your
the people
friends.
online, the main guy that I probably study is Grant Cardone.
Jeez, another one that I
That's-
follow. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Have
bro.
you ever bought his Cardone University?
Yeah.
I bought that back in 2000. Sorry.
This is nuts,
I
fam.
bought that.
Literally, you're saying everything that this guy has said.
I'm hella into that. I bought that
I
back
can
in 20...
see, I can know, because you know it is like, because you came from Vimo as well.
Yeah,
right?
I got a spud you for that, my guy.
Yeah, came from
Vimo,
Vimo, so I get the
I
kind of
was just
gist
sitting
of-
at home playing FIFA, bro. I'll be honest with you, man.
Hey, bro, trust me. Before that, that's what I was doing. Innit?
Trust me, bro.
Are you good?
Huh?
Are you good?
Oh, shit, bro.
Oh, we should introduce a Hate Squid FIFA tournament one day.
No, I would smash it. There's no point, man.
We got to do the rest.
The only game I played since I was young, bro. I have to be good at it.
But now, what in particular were you saying about Gary Vee that you liked or whatever?
Just
that you
his bluntness, man.
His message, yeah.
His message is not he's not sugarcoating anything. Tell you to your face. Reality would just slap you in the face when this
Yeah.
guy chats to you. Do you know what I mean?
Trust
So,
me, bro.
I've seen a
and that's
couple
what some people
TikToks.
need. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like for me, it was more so like I needed a wake up call.
Mhm.
I was hanging around I was stubborn as, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I
course,
was,
yeah.
I was stubborn as fuck, bro. Like it was one of them things where I thought the money was gonna fall in my lap. I was just gonna get rich off something quick, like, do you know what I mean? Doing the wrong things, and then like these guys just open up the gates for me,
Mhm.
literally. Just hearing that and then seeing, it's like what Alex Morton said, seeing what these guys do on a daily basis. Do you know what I mean? They have time freedom. They've got money working for them. They're not working for all the money. That's what I
Trust
wanted.
me.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't know it was possible because my dad is a business owner. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he never used to teach me things like how to run a business or even he did, because he's like, my dad's from Africa. Came here, started running his dental lab in his sister's garage. Like they didn't have education like we have.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's free. You can go out there. You can go get it now. Back then, you couldn't even get any of it. Right? Like it was very difficult. That's why degrees and all these jobs, they used to thrive. You can make a lot of money off them.
100%.
So nowadays, you don't really get the knowledge side of things.
100%.
And I feel like that is powerful to have it at your fingertips now.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean,
Okay, so let's say, yeah, how does the whole process work? If I come to you and I say, let's say I got a hamster, I'm like, I want a pendant on my hamster's face. I want a fat pendant on my hamster's face.
fat pendant.
Massive, like glisten, like his eyes are all glistening and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
nose, whiskers, everything.
VVS.
So you want to put a mask on him?
What's that?
We can even do it with a mask.
You can put a mask on a hamster.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Swear. You can do-
anything's possible,
So,
bro.
so anything that I want, you can get it done.
Yeah, anything. So basically, we focus on making a custom one-of-one piece for you. That's period. Like that's what we do.
And so where does it start? You start drawing it for me or what?
So basically, what we do, I sit down with you, have a normal talk with you, man. Like, how's your day been? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, actually,
Like this.
Personal
just like this,
conversation.
yeah. And then, all right, cool. So what are we doing? Being just excited because that excites me. Making a custom, something that's special for someone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Unique.
Yeah, and like, say if I make that with you, I'd sit down and grab all your ideas. We'd go back and forth until we get it perfect. So I'd put it on a CAD, depending on what it is, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the rings and stuff we make handmade. So in terms of like if it's a big piece, like a pendant or something like, or like a bracelet or a chain, we make that from scratch and we get it perfect. And once we do that, we can go along with the process.
Okay.
And that's obviously when the trust comes in. Like they know I'm about to do some crazy shit.
Crazy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that the pieces get crazier as time goes on, or is it?
Yeah. Challenging, man.
Do you still find some that are kind of like? That's what I was gonna say. That surprise you or that challenge you. Like, oh, bruv, how am I gonna pull this one off?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah?
the biggest one was, after the lockdown got lifted.
Yep.
So it was back to work. Workshops were open, like orders were coming in, like it was pretty crazy, right? And I was doing this big pendant for one of my guys, VIP client, and it was like a 3-inch pendant, and it had 900 on it, all iced out, right? You spin the 900, and it always lands on 900,
No.
right? it doesn't matter how hard you flick it, or it don't matter.
I don't know how to like, touch it.
Even
just
if
a
you
little bit.
even if you
It's just
touch
got-
it a little bit,
It's a
it
magnetic
always
thing, innit?
spin. Yeah, so we had to put like mechanisms in the back,
That's nuts.
and it was like a weight distribution in the 900. So then that it always, obviously one end of the 900 is always heavier. So when it lands on the 900.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's nuts.
Because I didn't know how I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I was with my jeweler, like my master jeweler that I work with. His name's Antonio.
Shout
Shout
out.
out Antonio, and Alex and the whole gang. So I sat with him. He's like, I know how to do it. We're gonna do it. I was like, cool. And then sat with him. We're just testing it. We're just testing all the bearings and making sure everything goes perfect. And this was like I had 2 more weeks left. And the second week we're sitting there still trying to test it. And we're like, yo, we ain't got long left, bro. Like this guy needs this shit, right? And luck, like not even luck, we just made it happen. And we came together as a team. We just made sure that this piece was gonna get delivered the way we said it was gonna be done. Do you know what I mean? And it came together. If you look on the gram, it's crazy.
It's on the gram, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 1,600 diamonds in there.
That is
Yeah.
nuts. Fam.
600 more than I've ever had.
So what's like the? So you talk about clients and whatnot. How does the business work? Is it kind of like you give them you give them a price, and then you kind of use the client's money. Obviously, if you don't mind asking,
Yeah.
mind me asking, you kind of use the client's money to buy the product. Like for example, could I start with 0, for example, and then use their money to source the product, source everything, and then take a part of that for my labor cost as well? Or is it kind of like you have to have some?
So, but yeah, so you have to have some kind of like how you have to treat everyone the same at the end of the day, right?
Obviously.
Because obviously, if I have a chain made and my boy wants to get a chain made, and I handled him differently, then
Yeah, of course.
people feel a certain type of way. So the way we do it is I ask someone, what's your budget? How much money are you looking to put into this piece, or do you know what I mean? And then they tell me what they want, and then I weigh up certain options that they can go for. Then when they whatever they pick, it's a 50% deposit. They put their 50 deposit down, and then we go through with it.
Sick.
This is just keep it very simple, and that's how we do it.
And you mentioned the rings are handmade.
So the wedding rings and like engagement rings and really like dainty stuff is all handmade.
Okay.
So
you sit there like
I
putting
don't know.
everything together.
Yeah. So like we put all the metals together. We hand carve it.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah. There's a pendant I just did. It's got a teddy bear bail on the top.
I think I saw that.
See the
Was it
teddy
on
bear on the
Insta?
top? Yeah.
Yeah, I
See the
think
teddy bear on the top? That the whole teddy bear is hand carved
That's nuts.
out of a block of wax. So like, it's more like it's valuable
Yeah, of course.
when you got handmade stuff, which is coming out to that kind of level.
No one can replicate it. That's
yeah,
yours. That's
exactly. Yeah. So I don't buy and sell jewelry.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, like I make it from scratch.
that's sick, bro.
I use new gold, fresh diamonds every time. I don't buy and sell jewelry. I don't find another jeweler I can buy it off to sell it to someone else. It's not my thing, man. I think like authenticity and everything comes from that. And that's the thing I'm trying to like abide by. Customer service, being authentic, unique,
Yeah.
and just being exclusive as fuck, bro.
No, I respect that. I respect
Yeah.
that everything you do in life, especially when it comes in like a creative capacity, you should have a specific USP in mind, even if you
Yeah.
don't want to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? We've got a USP. You've got a
course.
USP. Everyone's
Yeah.
got one.
Yeah.
Off camera, we were talking about people who work within your field. We could call them competitors, despite the fact that you're friends with them.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna ask you a killer question. Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you different to the people out there?
My work and my service.
Elaborate, please.
So just being more like whether it's a 10 grand job or 5 grand job or a £250 job, everybody's the same person. You treat everyone with the same respect, the same. It doesn't matter how much they're spending. You know what I mean? Give them the experience that they want.
Yeah.
Because I don't do it just for a one-time sale, flip, whatever you want to call it. I do it for more like I want to make you're my jeweler.
Yeah.
Okay.
The returning customers.
Return
That's where you
customers.
make the money.
I want people to feel at home when they're kind of
100%,
trying to shop
100%.
with me and stuff.
So would you say, sorry, bro, did I cut you?
No, it's all.
Would you say majority, or if not majority, but a fair chunk of your clients and customers are repeat?
Yeah. A lot of them are.
Simply because of the experience.
Yeah. Or it's like family members, friends. You know, I want to make something for this person, that person.
Okay.
It's a mix. But in terms of like when you say competitors, there's a lot of people doing jewelry in the UK right now. in terms of like
Yeah.
obviously Hatton Garden is the
Yeah.
strip,
Literally gonna.
and there's a lot of people killing it. Like there's a lot of good, really, really high quality jewelry out there, which I look up to, and I feel like having loads of jewelers in London is wicked for business. Do you know what I mean? And just the whole culture in general. Like this guy dropped this piece, or this guy dropped this piece, or you know, have you seen this guy's grill that he made? Like
Yeah.
even me doing grills, I see a lot of people doing some sick grills, man. You know what I mean? And I look at it and I'm like, yo, that's sick.
Yeah, you show love. It's not a thing
Of course, it's not a thing of like,
I really
oh, like,
respect that, man. To be able to commend competitors and rate man for their
100%.
work,
Yeah,
despite the
'cause
fact that maybe stealing a customer, whatever, however you want to look at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
don't
I'm
look at it as
saying?
that.
Even though you
end of
probably
the-
don't even look at it like that.
Nah, at the end of the day, I come from a background where it's just like you got to show love to everyone, man. And you know what it is? It's that's the one thing you can't go broke doing. Giving love.
Yeah.
Giving love to people, especially when you come from that. You're like, shit, I was at that point. Like I see so many people doing jewelry now, or like grills even. And I'm like, I done that 5 years ago. But I don't look at it as if like, oh, I done that 5 years ago. So
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you know what I mean?
better or
I'm
whatever.
better.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it as like, yo, I hope they kill it.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing it, I was like, shit, I want to make it's not
Yeah,
like as much money as I fucking can. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, keep going.
Now we wholeheartedly believe that like the energy you give will always come back to you.
Definitely.
So the fact that you're saying that basically the concept of like if God can give you something, he can easily also take it away.
100%.
And it's not
yeah.
even a thing about religion or anything. It's just a concept
Concept,
of
yeah.
how life works and how the universe works.
being
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
human being.
Humble,
Trust me,
That's free.
100%.
Yeah,
It will
I'm
never
saying.
go out. Being a good person will never go out of fashion.
Of course,
you know what I'm trying
100%.
to say?
And then when you do that, especially in terms of like the field I'm in, like on Instagram's it's a funny world.
Mm.
You know, these trolls and that, whatever
Yeah.
they want to do, they want to comment on this, but
Yeah.
like, I don't really indulge in the social media world too much.
Kind of just
Right.
do your thing,
I'm
post.
trying to do my thing. I'm trying to live on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a business thing.
important.
Separate
Yeah, it's a
them.
business thing. Yeah, that's it. And you know, like some jewelers will caption on their thing and be like, "Oh, this is the only shine," or "This we're the best," and it's all right to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
We're the. It's all right to think you're the best. It's not. I don't think it's arrogant. I don't think it's being.
Not illegal or anything. Bro.
Yeah, it's not, I think it's perfectly okay for you to be the best. And when I see people doing that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Come on,
saying?
bro, you got to have that competitive
that's
like
the
owning your body,
competitive
you know what I'm
culture,
saying?
right? That's what you have.
Yeah.
And
that's-
us being Asian.
Yeah, can you imagine like being only one man in London doing jewelry and you ain't got like there's nobody else and you're just like you're killing it, yeah, cool, but
King
it's
of the
not
castle.
fun.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
Like do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
fun.
100%.
I like a challenge, innit?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you need, whether it's the caption, whether it's the post itself, whether it's the comment, you need something that people are it's gonna grab people's attention and they're gonna share it. That's eventually
Exactly.
that's how you're gonna grow.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever, by the way, going off that, has like a younger jeweler or like an up and coming ever messaged you or like
Oh
asked
yeah,
you for
loads.
advice?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah, loads.
Do
Yeah.
you tend to reply or is it kind of difficult?
I do reply with like advice if they need my advice or whatever, but a lot of people they want me to do their work sometimes.
Okay.
Like a lot of people tell me for wholesale, and that's
Oh,
not
okay.
something I do.
Oh, okay.
I don't
But it's
know.
never like, yo, bro, like I'm kind of struggling to get into this
Yeah.
industry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot
you
of
get some
people,
of that?
yeah, yeah. A lot of
Okay.
people ask me, and they're like about equipment and all
Okay,
these
okay.
like different kind of things and stuff. And if I can help, I help.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
if I
without
can't,
giving
if,
too much
yeah,
away, yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to be just out here, just you know,
Yeah, just free advice. Everyone
free
comes.
advice every yeah.
You'll
Obviously,
find like
yeah.
100 bit ISIS. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's true, bro.
With we're speaking about overseas, especially American kind of hip hop rap
Yeah.
culture, urban culture, let's call it. People like I always get the name wrong. Was it Johnny Dang?
Johnny Dang, yeah.
Yeah, people like him, of course, him being like one of the biggest celebrity jewelers
Yeah, yeah.
in if I'm not mistaken, in the whole US probably.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he's one of them. Definitely one of them. He's one of the best.
100%.
Yeah.
Even like I said, he's been mentioned by people like Drake and Rick Ross.
yeah.
He's got bars as well, man.
Mayweather.
Big up
He's
to
got
him.
bars. Obviously, I don't know about promoting the bars. I don't
Jay
know how.
showed us him.
I don't know how. What'd you say?
I showed him the
Jay-
drop, man. I showed him
Oh,
the drop
yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
video.
Obviously, big up his bars. But like, bro, I got a question. Yeah, I'm hella ignorant when it comes to this. Like I said, I've never owned diamonds.
Yeah.
Also, when I get that first YouTube paycheck, when Hate Squared reaches 1 million, I'm gonna come to you for that Hate Squared
Yeah,
pendant.
definitely, bro.
Bro, what are VVS diamonds?
So VVS diamonds are very, very slight. So very, very slight diamonds means like
Is that actually what it stands for?
so very, very slight flaws, cloudiness, specks in the diamond,
Wow.
right?
So it actually stands for very, very slight.
Very, very
I thought it
slight.
was some next scientific term.
Nah,
fam.
and then VS is
Vertex.
Yeah.
and then VS one
Very
below
slight.
it is very slight,
And then do you get S?
and then
Just slight?
SI is slight,
Oh, okay.
right? Slight inclusion.
So VVS is like top tier.
FL,
FL.
FL, and
Fully loaded. What's that?
flawless.
Ah, I was close.
Fully loaded.
Flawless. I love it. I love it.
That's
What, so
nuts.
is that when
That's pure.
that's
like,
when the
That's
diamonds
pure,
are
yeah,
hella
that's like-
shiny?
yeah,
and-
yeah, that's like the it's the brightest, whitest diamond you can get.
But is it true, bro? Now we've got a
But the
you know,
clarity is not the best. It's not
that's what I was
best
gonna say.
into the
Now I've got we've got a jeweler on the show.
yeah.
Is it true that if you bust down a Rollie or an AP that's a plain Jane, yeah, it loses value?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because you have to understand when you're getting a watch from Rolex, let's
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
or AP or whatever,
yeah.
they've made that watch with that value of it being plain. When you're busting it down, you're firstly removing gold from there because you're drilling all the holes.
Yeah,
You're adding diamonds, yes, but diamonds don't really have a big resale value.
that's true.
Okay.
So when you're trying to get rid of the watch, you're mainly selling that watch based on the quality of the setting and all this kind of stuff. If it's a high quality bust down, that's all that's basically based on what you're selling it off.
Yeah.
You're not selling it off. Yeah, cool, it's a Rolex or AP, but it's bust down. The value will always go down because of the diamonds,
Makes sense.
unless they're GIA certified, but nobody's doing that.
GIA.
GIA is like the biggest institution in the world where you can get your diamonds certified.
Swear.
Biggest, yeah.
Is that where they put their thing and they go?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's the diamond tester. But like it's the American Institute of Diamonds. Like
Oh,
okay.
So it's the big dogs.
if you like say if you get like a wedding ring made and the stone is GIA certified, that's the biggest
That's-
institute.
That's the biggest flex.
Biggest. That's where the
Okay.
value is.
Okay.
So when I
But
say,
you do you meddle with that stuff? Or?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
sick,
do
sick.
we do all our like wedding rings and all that kind of stuff.
Fruit-
Smaller the diamond, the more difficult it is to get it certified by GIA.
Okay. I see.
But
Do you
when
go all the way down to SI or no?
Yeah, we do SIs. Yeah, I'm actually doing like a set right now, like a earring set and like a ring, which is like a set all together. We're doing SIs on that. But it's not about the clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I was just gonna say the reason why I ask is because like even on the way here, listen to Air Force One, dig that Krypton Conan remix. And there's even like bars about it. Something like what did Conan say in the bar? Something like I was gonna bust a Patek, but a watch just tripled in price or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like raw, like even again taking overseas, you got people like Drake, Migos, Rose, Little Baby, who's like every 21 Savage, all
Definitely.
these man, like it's like that one thing, it's either about a gal, it's about weed, money, and now it's become another theme is like jewelry and
Jewelry,
diamonds.
yeah,
and it's-
100%.
Yeah.
Even in the
Definitely.
tunes, yeah, it's true.
100%, man.
Without even knowing about VVS and that, I've always heard it in
100%. Yeah.
tunes. Can you
Yeah.
spot a fake just by like looking at it?
Yeah.
Like watches and that?
Yeah.
Do you have people coming with fakes or no?
No.
Just certified.
Just certified. Yeah.
Really?
There's no. Yeah, I can't.
That's sick.
Someone sent me a picture on Instagram, by the way,
And said what?
and he was just like, "You like this watch?" And I was just like, "Bro, it's not real, is it?" Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who was on the other side of the screen, but I didn't want to be a dick. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't look real, bro, to me.
Yeah.
And then, he put it on his story and tagged me.
Oh, I swear.
So I had to expose him. I was like, I can't have that.
Yeah.
I was like, how?
Well, he tried to do you dirty, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear.
He tried to say that I've made it.
Oh, swear.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
wow.
so I bigged him up, and I was like, this is not made by us.
Wow.
But I bigged him up though. I gave him the clout that he
Yeah.
needed.
That's fucked.
Do you know what I mean? But
Clout's
What a
one
waste, man.
hell of a drug, bro.
yeah,
You get like
it's-
people, obviously, it's a bit of a sensitive one, yeah? Do you ever get people who ask for girls with like some fucked up teeth?
Oh yeah,
Like,
100. Bro.
you're like, bro,
Some
how
bad-
the hell am I
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
just
this
I tell him
done?
to go to the dentist.
Fam, that's
I've
mad.
seen it, bro.
That's
I saw this
disgusting.
one girl on Twitter. Oh my god, fam! It looked like a beat, like with the things all in like different instruments and that, bro. It was.
Trust me, I've seen some crazy girls out there, bro.
Have you ever made one like that, like like proper like?
Oh
teeth
yeah, when I
doing
first started,
madness?
I was making them all day long. Like I'd like one guy he would come to me and he'd be like, I need 3 teeth. I'm like, cool, and he's only got 2 there.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So you just want me to do just that? And he was just like, yeah, just fill up the gap if you can. I was
Oh
like, cool.
wow, fam. That's.
But that was the old days. I was like, I didn't even do none of that stuff no more. That was like when I was
Yeah,
young.
yeah.
That was when I was young, man.
Yeah, that's sick. I've got some questions here.
Yeah.
You can take your time to answer them. You can do a quick fire thing. It's up to you. What's the craziest piece you've ever done? Obviously, you touched on the 900 thing.
I think that's the craziest.
Is that the
piece of-
craziest
yeah,
one?
That's the craziest thing I've ever
Like
done.
that's the one that kind of was like, fuck, fam. Like it blew your mind, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's made me sweat.
Is it?
Yeah, it made me sweat. I was like, shit, I
How long
didn't.
did it take to do it? 2 weeks?
Took 4 weeks.
4 weeks
Yeah,
from start to end.
start to finish. Made the CAD, made it happen. Banged the diamonds in there.
Also,
And obviously, I told you guys with the mechanism, making everything work, and yeah, it was just stress, man.
out of like, let's say the people who the viewers would know, who we would know, who would you say is like your most reoccurring customer, your most common customer, the one that shows loves the most?
I'd say Bane.
Young
Young
Bane.
Bane.
You mentioned off camera that he just calls you up on a regular.
Yeah, he'll
like,
call me. He'll come drop in. You know what I mean? Say, Jay, I need this made, or like, I need
What,
you
sick.
just sort out this for my boy, or
he's been doing well recently as well.
yeah,
fam.
yeah,
Big up to
and
him,
he's
fam.
not
Young
really
Bane's
much.
consistency's sick.
Yeah, and he's not much of a social media head.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see him like flexing like that, like
he
crazy
don't.
or anything.
He, don't,
like,
he doesn't do any of that.
Mm.
But the new guy, like in town, which is shows me a lot of support, and I'm doing his pieces right now, is Potter Paper.
big up,
Yeah,
Potter
big
Paper,
up
man.
Pot Paper, man.
He bigged you up, fam. That's
Yeah,
mad.
he
Yeah, I
beat me
saw
up
that clip.
mad, yeah.
Was that like a humbling moment or like a moment where you're like, raw?
No, because
fam, like,
I listened to Potter Paper when he was young. Like,
Okay.
everybody's into Potter Paper.
Isn't
When he
that like
first
a-
came around,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
thought like, "Yo, this kid's fire."
yeah,
I was listening to him then, and then he messaged me when I was Bear Grylls, like a long time ago, like talking about 3 years ago.
Mm,
And he was like, "Bro, when I get out of jail, I'm coming straight to you."
Mm.
So I was like, "Sweet." And you know, there's a lot when a lot of people say that, you're like, "All right, cool. I'll wait for that moment." You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
mm.
So it kind of like has happened out of the blue.
yeah.
He just messaged me, he's like, "Yo, I'm out. I'm coming."
Swear
3
just like
years
that.
down, and that's how I knew he was like Potter's a real dude. You know?
3 years
what I mean?
after that message.
3 years after that message, he came back. He
What a
came
legend.
straight to me, and I done his grills, bro.
Have you ever spoken to Tim Westwood?
Never.
And he just knew you like that?
Yeah, he just knew who I was, bro.
Was that like surprising?
it
Like,
was surreal, man. Because Tim was
He's
OG.
massive goat,
yeah,
fam. He's like-
OG,
he's a
man.
OG,
You're like,
fam.
you know what I mean?
We're going in right now.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
he
yeah,
goes,
good
I-
people's, man. Like, do you know what I
I
mean?
know Bear Grylls. Yeah, I know Bear Grylls. I was like, what?
And we used to, when I was in uni, we used to hit up all his raves.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, yo, if Tim Westwood's in there, yo, it's gonna be shut down.
Trust me, bro.
And then like for him to say my name on camera in with pot of paper on the Tim Westwood show.
That's nuts.
Nah, it's fuckery.
Yeah,
Because
that's
now I'm
That's
just
fuck.
thinking like, okay, like
We're
this
popping
is
bottles
real now.
tonight.
Do you know what I'm
Do you
saying?
ever-
But Potter do you know what I mean? He didn't even tell me he was gonna do that.
That's just love right there. Then,
That's just
man.
love. Like he
That's
just
love,
spoke
yeah.
from the heart. So
Yeah.
now we're making his pieces right now. So.
Sick. Do you ever like you mentioned that surreal moment? Is there more moments like that where you're like, raw, like my man hit me up or my man shouted me out, or was there any other moments like that throughout your career, or like you work with
More
an artist,
so
or someone-
just meeting the artists.
meeting the artist? Yeah.
Yeah, just meeting the artists and like people recognizing who I am sometimes. And for me, that's not something that I like. I don't like the limelight. I don't like being like, I don't like being there and someone's asking me for pictures. And not that that's a bad thing, but I just don't prefer that lifestyle.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like when I get to work with certain artists or people do say, "Oh, you're Bear Grylls," like that's because that's what people know me
Yeah,
as.
yeah.
But you're Bear Ice now. It's just I'm just grateful in it.
Mm.
You
And
mentioned
it's just gratitude. That's all it is, bro.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Well deserved as well, man. You worked hard to get where you are.
I appreciate that, man. We was trains only just started moving, man.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro.
And inshallah, more success to come for us all, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
definitely 100%, man.
you mentioned Chunks as well. How was
Yeah.
he? Like, how did that come about? How was he like to?
He
to
DM'd
work
me. He
with?
was just like, "Yo, bro, like, need a grill. There's bare other people, like other jewelers saying this and that." And I was just like, "Bro, listen, man.
Come through. I'll
Like,
sort you out.
you pay for 2 teeth, and I'll do the rest for free." Bro. You know what I mean?
What a
Like,
legend.
and then like, I was just thinking like, come on, man, Chunks is like a funny dude.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
down to earth guy.
Yeah.
He must get the banter in it. Do you know what I mean? He's from Northwest, like.
Mm-mm.
So he gets it. He's like, "I'll say nothing, bro. Just come down to the house." And when he said that, yeah, I was just like, "Come down to." I was like, "Ah."
Tried to unsend.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then yeah, I just rocked up in the car into the yard.
Mm.
Like he welcomed me with open arms, took me in the yard, introduced me to all the guys,
Yeah.
took his mold. You know what I'm saying? Like it was sick, man, because I just saw another young guy
Mm.
killing it.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Living his life.
he's doing
and
he's
it's
doing
just-
his thing, man.
Chunks
No,
is definitely
yeah,
like,
Oh, he's
like,
killed it.
just
He's
killed it on a different
From
Yeah,
ends
yeah.
as well, fam. Like that's
Ends,
big.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when you see people doing it from
100%,
basically
bro.
your doorstep, fam, it's a bit,
Trust me,
it's
trust
surreal,
me.
fam.
And he did it. He did the YouTube thing during a time where there was a lot going on. Like it's not like he came into the scene
early,
Like,
yeah.
Oh no, he's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
he's been doing it
Like,
for a
he came
minute.
in what 2015?
2015. It was already like
Yeah.
saturated. Like people were already doing
there
their
was-
thing.
Yeah. KSI
Definitely,
was
man.
already
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah. And that was their friend, innit? Or
Yeah,
something. Well, they became friends later or whatever. But
I'm not sure about
Chunks
that.
and KSI,
Oh, they became friends.
they become friends
Yeah.
later. But as in, he was just naturally
He was-
funny.
he was
knew
on
what he wanted
camera.
to do, bro.
He was on camera with his boys. That was it. And
Yeah.
people bought into
And people bought into the banner
it. Yeah,
and the personality.
it's natural. Came around organically. That's what I rate.
You can't force organic
Yeah.
growth in it.
100%.
Either you can do the clickbaity stuff, the things that you think the people would want, or you can just do what you want to do and just hope for the best.
people
And
fuck
more
with you,
time,
they fuck
9
with
times
you.
out of 10, it will work out for you.
Definitely.
If you're genuine, of course.
Yeah. As in, you just lead with the right heart, innit? And
Of course,
just
bro.
Right intentions.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt.
100%. Who is the most famous A-list whatever person in your phone book or someone that you've worked with? Who would you say is like?
I done work for Little Mix
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
and Jay Huss.
Huss is gold level, I think, in the
yeah.
UK.
I done
scene.
AJ Tracy's girl, but
Oh, fair.
that was before the blow up and all
Before
that.
AJ
Yeah,
Tracy
before-
became.
Before he was live and direct.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like before he was.
Was that
he
what?
said
Bear
it-
Grylls, yeah?
Yeah, that was Bear Grylls when I done his teeth and stuff. Who else, man?
Huss is sick as well. I heard. Bare humble on that.
Proper humble dude, man.
Mm.
Like you just know it from when he walked in the room with all these guys and he just sorted everyone out.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm
What, so
saying? Like,
he treated everyone.
he treated everyone. Well, he came for his teeth that he needed for a show or whatever.
That's me.
And then after he bought all his guys, do you know what I mean? And just from that, I knew how humble he was. And just the fact that, you know what it is, the money didn't mean much. It was just sorting his people out.
Showing
Who's
love.
been with him from the get go.
Yeah, no, 100%. I
But
was
yeah, those are the two people which I would say. Even Bane,
big.
like Bane
Bane's
for me was huge.
leveled
as
up to
well.
a new level as well.
Definitely. I've done
100%.
Crepes Grill.
That's big, man.
Yeah, Crepes Grill.
I saw that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I came across it as well.
In his
remember.
Bentley or something.
Yeah, and his Bentley. Yeah, I've been listening to Crepes since like,
Trust me. Link
Since
up behind
Tsunami
bars.
Wave.
Yeah. Oof.
you know what I mean? Like, so
Different
That's
level.
mad.
there's certain things where it's like, because I'm like some of the same ages as these people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, apart from obviously Bane and Huss, even like I done Blade Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
one of the first people that I did after like Section and all that kind of stuff. I done Blade Brown, and that was mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Blade Brown is the OG, and if you used to listen
100%.
to Bags and Boxes 1 and all the mixtapes before, it was just more of being. It was just a pleasure, man, to make it for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I listened to your music, so
Yeah.
it was more than just the money for me, man.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Doing that.
Is there anyone that you wish to kind of work with in the future, or someone that or have you got your eye on someone or
Me and Mister been talking.
missed?
Yeah,
Swear.
me and Mister been talking for a long time. Even me, young ads have been talking for a long time. But I think these guys just get busy in their lifestyles. And
Bro, I
everything.
can't even begin to imagine how busy they must be.
Do you know what I'm saying? They must
Yeah.
be busy doing what they do. It must be hard for them to even get like 5-10 minutes themselves. To be honest, the way they're
100%.
going. Do you know what I mean?
Working on some of the biggest artists in the UK.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
we spoke a lot about the positive stuff that's happened in your life,
Yeah.
especially business wise. As you mentioned, the people you've worked with, successes, all that good stuff. But as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of L's and downfalls that comes within business and stuff. What's
Yeah.
been some of like, if not the biggest L, or like one of the biggest L's that you wouldn't mind sharing with the people, man?
It's a grill going wrong,
Mhm.
job going wrong, which I hyped up to be. A lot of things, man.
What is that
Like-
at the end? Like you gave it to the customer, they weren't happy with it, or during the process? It went
During the
wrong?
process,
Okay.
even sometimes giving it at the beginning, making a piece for people.
Mhm.
Like it's not coming out how they wanted it to come out, or they've just basically said to me, "I want my money back," and all this stuff, kind of stuff. Because as a business owner, you know you're not really there to argue with your customers.
100%. Yeah.
You got to listen to them as well sometimes, and even machinery going wrong.
Mm.
You get what I mean? Job not getting done when it's supposed to get done. Me taking too long on a project and the job going to another jeweler. Loads of things, man.
What
They're
things?
more like little things, like it's just timing and all that kind of stuff, and a project just not going the way it's meant to be.
Does that still happen till now, or is it kind of more of a thing?
Oh
where,
no, it's more.
I'm saying, I
it's-
think you got just a tiny bit.
What's that? Mike? This way? All good? You see my face? That's the most important thing, Tom, bro. As long as you can see my face, that's what that matters, man.
But yeah, just like things not going well, man.
Yeah, but nothing like
Nothing major.
business risk, like
Oh no.
nothing
On
like
the
that.
verge of bankruptcy
God.
or anything
Oh
mad
no,
like that.
no,
Thank God, thank God. Touch
no,
wood.
Praise God,
no,
man.
no.
Touch wood, touch wood.
Tables wood,
And
man,
that's
touch
good.
it.
The reason why I asked that is because we live in a society where, of course, as I mentioned, the Instagram society where only the best of the best is uploaded on the gram.
Yeah.
You know, when the man them have got their fresh trims or with the sickest outfits or the
course.
nicest cars. But like, you know, it is important to amplify and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? There are times you take L's. There are
Oh,
times you won't
100%.
make as much money.
It's just you don't
There
see
are
it,
times where you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
through
yeah.
hardship and
Yeah,
you
but
just
those-
don't see it on the gram, innit?
No one
That's
wants to
it.
show
Yeah,
you
but
that,
you
bruv.
will never see. That's why I call it the fake world.
It is. You only
I
see
call it the fake world.
the highlights.
You only hit yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Or you only see what people have,
Yeah.
what they got at the time, or whatever. Or, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That doesn't make me move, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's more of like authenticity. Who are you as a person?
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? What kind of energy do you give out to the world? Like
100%, man.
that's the main things I thrive off. Man.
I was speaking of like Crep, you were speaking about Crep as well. I was watching a Bouncer interview.
Oh yeah.
Bouncer Play Dirty. And he was saying how obviously because he's in the industry, he knows how a lot of things work. And he was like, bruv, like all these garms you see them rocking and all this, like I know these man, like a lot of the times they're rented. Do you ever have like people come up to you and they're like, bro, for like a music video, can I grab this
Yeah.
piece or
That's never happened to me because I don't buy and resell jewelry.
oh yeah, that's true.
I make it from scratch.
So literally
Okay.
on demand, like when
yeah.
when
If
something
you
done-
need a piece done right now, I'll make it from scratch.
so you ain't got like, oh, here's my showroom.
He's already made.
yeah.
Nah.
Not
There's
even
no
a rings,
way.
bro.
No.
So like, where's your
So
shops?
we've got a showroom in Great Portland Street.
Okay.
It's like a undercover. It's a workshop, but there's a showroom next to it where you can look at all the jewelry and stuff like that, right? But we don't have a shop. That's not my aim. I'm not aiming to.
You're gonna be
have
behind
a
the
big jewelry.
scenes.
I want to be an exclusive jeweler,
That's
personal
sick.
jeweler
Okay.
to the stars. Or
Okay.
when they need a piece, I'm
Meetings
there.
and that.
Yeah, meetings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm there to make that shit happen and
That's
stuff
sick.
like that. But then jewelry's not the only thing that I want to be in the next 10 years. I don't really want to be working, to be honest. I want to make pieces. I want to make jewelry. I want to carry on the BitIce name. But I've learned a lot about just focusing on income and you know, just having a one stream of income. And in today's world, you can't just have one stream of
100%.
income.
They say the average millionaire has a minimum of 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
7 streams of
Yeah,
income.
yeah.
That's
You
nuts.
need many. Like you need to make sure you got all ends covered. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all. Like, say when people say I want to be rich, yeah, cool, you want to be rich, man. Like, what are you gonna do with it, though? Innit? Do you know what I mean? What outcome do you have? Like for me, I want to have a family. I want to have kids, and I want to spend all my time with my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy working, hustling, while my kids are growing up. I want to be with them day in, day out. What do you want to do today? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the main purpose why I do what I do is because for my future family and for my family right now. Because like my family that I have, we're like best mates. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I do it much more from like my parents and my family, and just like they believe in they were the first ones to believe in me. So I just keep going for them. Do you know what I'm saying? But I want to create a life where I'm not working.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up and worrying about how am I going to get paid today and all this kind of stuff. Like, that's not what we were taught in Vima either.
No, you're right, bro. Like money is 100% a very important factor in life, and of course, when it comes to well-being and happiness, and can limit what you can and can't do in life.
100%.
But like when we've said this from the get-go, but like our first episode was about uni, personal finance, and we spoke about a few other things. So like it's always been a very important theme that Hate Squared have kind of spoke about, because majority of our audience are people within our age demographic. You know what I'm saying? Late teens, early adults, so on and so forth. Are there, of course, only if you're comfortable sharing it, are there any other projects that you work on or are doing alongside your jewelry stuff?
I normally just invest in crypto, to be honest, man.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah,
sick,
I'm a big believer in crypto and the way it's going to change the world and stuff like that.
You think it's gonna be like the next currency and that?
Yeah, it's going to be the next biggest thing,
so?
man. Yeah, 100%.
Did you jump on it after it went like that nuts? Like where?
I jumped on it about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
I just, you know what it is like, let's just take money out of it right now, and it's just the technology behind it, the meaning of crypto. Crypto is basically saying I don't need a bank to send you money.
I don't need.
I am my own bank.
I don't need to convert my.
Don't need to convert. I don't need to like wait a day, or I don't need like say if you want to send money to like New York or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to go to a Western Union. You do all that rubbish.
Long.
3 to 5 days, you send your money. With crypto, it's basically sending me. I'll send it to you in 2 seconds, bro.
That's sick.
In a digital currency. It's just another currency,
And you don't lose any value.
and you don't
with it.
use any value. Yes, like say for example, like the pound, right? They print money every day. There's no value of it. A pound is a pound. With crypto, there's only a certain amount of circulation of coins, so it makes it more scarce, more value. So with it's like gold, it goes up and down. Do you know what I'm saying? But whatever, it's like the exchange rate goes up and down. Whatever you catch it at is what you set it for, right? Because you can still, like say forex, you can still grab one currency, go on holiday, come back and then sell it and make money. You can do that as forex, but it's exactly the same thing as crypto, but it's just new. Do you get what I'm
But
saying?
the thing is, there's just bare different types, though, isn't it?
This is what I'm
so
saying.
much
We're in the
going on.
we're
Which
at the
one's the
forefront.
one?
We're at the forefront right now.
Is that
innit?
up to?
It's up to when it gets
investors
regulated. It's a decentralized asset right now, so it's not. People don't really rely on
Recognize it as well.
Yeah, don't. It's like the internet coming around though.
Yeah.
It's
It'll
like
get
when
there
the internet
eventually.
happened. Yeah, of course.
I
that's
reckon
what
in about
happened.
10 years, you have like, you can probably shop using crypto on that.
Yeah,
fam.
you can
You can do
shop.
that now.
You can shop right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, you can shop.
Oh, you can shop.
Yeah,
Oh,
shop.
I think even shop.
No,
Why not?
bro.
You can shop right now, bro.
Shop
Yeah,
using crypto,
yeah. Of course
bro.
you can.
You're living in the future. Ak.
Yeah, of course.
Swear, like
Wait,
that.
you know what he's referring to right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, just in
course.
case the context is getting
No, 100%. You can.
misunderstood.
People are doing that from now.
Yeah, it's been people been
Man,
doing
you're
it.
ahead of the
People-
game.
people been
fam.
doing
Trust
it.
me.
This is the
Trapping
future.
ain't dead.
Trapping ain't dead. People chapping
Trapping in
online.
crypto.
Man, I'm still breathing.
Yeah,
Bro,
That's
Trust
nuts,
me.
fam.
So this is the reason why I'm just a firm believer of it.
People,
And I just-
bro,
you know
I'm
what it
taking
is,
it
bro?
back
2
like that,
bitcoins
fam.
for an eighth. Shout
Yeah,
me.
do you know what I'm saying?
what's it?
Oh no, that's an expensive eight for it. But like, it's just about like what running my business is one thing. Yeah, you can make money. Like you can make money anywhere now. You can make money online, whatever you want to do. It's just what you do with that money. Where are you putting your money? You need to always need to put it into something which
Yeah.
is going to be appreciated.
Yeah.
Having it in a bank account is just dead.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they charge you to keep your money in a bank account.
It's long.
But when you put it into something, even like stocks and shares, putting money into Tesla right now, putting money into Amazon, all these companies, you see the CEOs that are up here, they're billionaires, and you see some of the stuff that they're doing. You're looking at it like, if you do what they do, they say what they say, you get what they have.
Yeah.
Like if you put money into the shares of the company because that CEO is going to go to a billion or trillion,
Yeah.
you're going to make money.
Is it true that Warren Buffett, i.e., one of the biggest investors into Coca-Cola, makes more as an investor than the CEO of Coke?
I'm not too sure
Yeah,
about that one.
I heard
but-
that.
All I know about Warren Buffett, apparently he eats McDonald's every day. All I
Is
know.
it?
Yeah, that's what I heard about him, fam.
But he took a big L though. Apparently,
heard that.
recently he took a big L
Why?
with the banks and stuff, isn't it?
What
So
happened?
he's taken a lot of his shares out of the banks and he's put it into gold now because he didn't believe in gold. Warren Buffett used to hate gold.
Swear.
Yeah, he used to hate it. But he's put a lot of money in gold now because he's starting to
To believe it.
Yeah.
believe it. Same thing he said about crypto. Even JP Morgan,
Yeah.
he said cryptocurrency was absolute shambles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go home today, watch 101 Beginners on crypto, fam.
Yeah,
On
trust me.
YouTube.
And you
you-
learn
you-
this
you-
shit, man.
Yeah, do you know
I
what it
went-
is? It's more so just like look at the facts and base your own opinion on it. That's basically exactly what I did. I looked at the technology. I was like, you don't need a bank to send you money. This is like essentials.
Yeah.
Going to get your money at a bank is a very essential thing to do,
100%.
right? Just to pay your bills and stuff, right? So going to a bank, I don't need to do that anymore. Why? Like everything's online. And look at Corona. They don't want cash. Nobody wants cash now.
Contactless is everywhere,
look, see the way it's going, and crypto has just been accepted by PayPal. Everything's happening.
Swear.
Yeah.
It's just been accepted by PayPal, so you can see everything happening one by one. So it's just like it
building
makes
up there. It's
it
leading
makes
to
sense. If all the biggest people in the world that have what you want are doing
Are
the
doing
same
it.
thing,
Yeah.
best believe you should
Yeah,
be
They're
doing
doing
that.
something right then, innit?
There's a sign. Yeah.
Do you get
yeah.
what I'm saying? I've got so many friends that I have so much love for, and they have degrees and all this kind of stuff, and like sometimes they'll tell me not to do things and stuff like that. But you can't listen to people like that.
Yeah.
Not that they're a bad person. It's
No,
just
100%.
because the knowledge and the actual quality of the education that they're trying to give you
Yeah.
is not your education to take.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
your knowledge to take on board.
Yeah.
You should be learning from someone who you want it from.
No, that's 100%. That's
They
true.
can only
Yeah.
teach you what they know,
Exactly.
and whatever their results are, they can
Yeah.
only go as far as teaching you that.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, say you boys, you run a podcast, right? One of your friends who he works in, I don't know, Sainsbury's, or he works for his dad.
Yeah.
Let's say he's trying to school you guys on how to do your podcast
Yeah, I get
and
you.
edit
Bro,
videos and
that's not even an example. A certain man nowadays try to give us
Yeah.
TED Talks
yeah,
on what to
exactly.
do.
And it's like, bro, you don't practice that.
Trust
You
me.
get what I'm saying?
I'll take
Like-
advice from someone who's done it.
Trust
And
me, bro.
Exactly.
bigger
Like
than
I
me
had
or
a friend
whatever.
of mine, right? This guy's like, he's done a nutrition course. He's done this. He's done that. He's just started his own business. He's trying to school. He's not like the fittest dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's a little bit fat. He gets a bit hype about gym nowadays. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like when we're working out, he would tell us how to work out. He's like,
Yeah,
bro, but you
yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
He
I
goes,
hate
yeah, but I qualified.
I hate that.
But you qualified,
Yeah,
cool. You got the degree, you got the paper,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
but
yeah.
have you practiced
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Trust me.
That's what
the
I don't
results,
understand. Like how people actually preach, like, oh yeah, but I got a degree in this, I got that, I got this, but you never practice that
Yeah, that's
actual
all theory, fam.
craft.
me,
Yeah, that's
trust
all
me.
theory. Who
I
cares?
personally believe, ironically, I studied international business at university. Yeah. By the way, we went to the same uni. Yeah.
Sick.
I was at uni for 4 years. Did a 1 year industrial placement as well. Yeah. The placement, even that, I probably wouldn't even say taught me about business. Yeah. But the 4 year degree, bruv, didn't actually teach me how to run a successful, entrepreneurial
True, yeah.
project.
Yeah,
There
for
were
sure.
certain modules I done that embarked on entrepreneurship and bigged it up and like gave us the initiative to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Me personally, and this isn't any disrespect towards any business schools or any people that are currently in uni learning business or whatever it may be, college, so on and so forth. But I personally believe you can't learn to become an entrepreneur.
No, you can't.
You just have it or you don't, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
definitely.
That's the harsh reality.
100%.
Of course, entrepreneurial tendencies, as Gary Vee talks
Yeah.
about, you can have a lot of traits and habits and
Yeah.
a certain work ethic that is admired as an entrepreneur. But bro, I can't read a book on push-ups. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, I need to do the push-ups.
You need to
to-
do the push-ups to know what
That's what I'm
exactly
saying,
your
bro.
body can
You know what I
withstand.
Yeah. No, 100%. Have you watched a bit off topic? But have you watched Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
What's that thing that he bought?
It was what at the end?
The whole that piece, that massive piece.
Oh,
from-
is it the big rock?
yeah.
Yeah, it was just a big rock, man. To me, it's a very valuable.
Nothing special like that,
Nah, it's
nah?
just a valuable diamond.
Do you ever like think about like going a bit crazy and buying something like that? Like,
Oh yeah. As in, like, if I got the money, then yeah.
well, if a client came and said, "Listen, I want the craziest rock."
Oh
like,
yeah. I'll make it happen. I've
Yeah?
got all the connects and the suppliers to make it happen. 100%. Yeah. We got all the like I said, the guys that I work with, they do big jobs. 3 carat, 10 carat, 15 carat, big jobs. So they're my suppliers.
Oh, sure.
I'm the young buck.
Yeah.
I'm the guy coming
the
up
big
doing all the
dogs.
custom
Yeah.
stuff and doing all different pieces. Like I done a shout out in Kanza. I done a pendant for my boy, and it's like a red chief. It's like a red, the chief face. So it's like the red Indian face. I done one of those things. It's a real creative piece. Like it was very detailed and like it's difficult to do.
Yeah.
So when you get pieces like that, it's just different, isn't it?
Sick.
You know what I mean?
Rate it, man.
I think obviously, unfortunately, we're facing a few technical difficulties that come into a close. Unless there was anything.
No,
really
bro. I
wanna-
feel like we spoke.
had a good conversation.
Had a very good conversation. man.
In
Good
closing, bro, like obviously, you being from a South Asian background, you being someone that embarked on something that wasn't necessarily something you was familiar with, and all the factors, and despite everything we've spoken about today, you still, praise to God, have managed to be in the credible position you are
Yeah.
in and run a successful organization.
Yeah.
Bro, what would be your best advice to the people watching or listening right now?
What in terms of running a business?
Just anything, bro. Life, personal development, business,
take a risk.
something you wish you would have told yourself or learned.
Take a risk.
Simple. I rate it.
Take a risk and that's it, man. You can't really say too much.
Yeah.
And just something that Nipsey Hussle used to say is all money in. All money, put all your money into yourself and your investments and into you until you get what you want. Yeah.
No
no
half-hearted.
half-hearted stuff. And don't get me wrong, enjoy life. I do it all the time. I go out on the weekend, I have a great time, and I enjoy my life. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you got to think about the bigger picture.
Sick, man.
Sick. Just before
Love
we
that.
close, because I'm just scared the battery's gonna play up. We have a Hate Squared Spotify list, and every time we record, we like to add in songs. So what is your current song that you're playing at the moment that you're banging out
It's
recently?
probably was that 36 Palm by Heady One? Was this the second
Oh,
track?
okay, yeah.
the second-
36.
It's the Bible verse,
The
innit?
Bible verse,
I
yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah. I've been hitting that
36.5
verse
or
up.
something like that. I can't remember.
Ain't
You
it?
like his new project, Edna?
I love it, bro.
Sick,
yeah,
innit?
I think
Oh,
I think
Psalm
Heady One's such a
35,
talented
Psalm.
dude. Yeah.
That's
How do you pronounce it? Palm?
Palm.
Psalm 35.
I don't
Psalm 35.
Added that to the
yeah.
playlist. Obviously, me and Hussein are on a regular adding songs to it, so
Yeah.
you get me. But nah, bro, honestly, thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming
Jay,
in.
bro.
Thank you for having me,
It's
man. It's a
been
pleasure to be here.
No,
and
it's
be
a
with
pleasure to
guys,
have
man.
you on. You know what I'm saying? We've we've been looking out for you as mentioned before.
Definitely.
Appreciate how busy you must have been. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we appreciate you fitting us into your busy
No,
schedule.
thank you, man. I had a good one with you guys, man.
Trust
Good
me,
chat.
man. Trust me.
Bigger things coming for you as well, man. I hope
I'll
so.
be back.
100%, bro.
Soon come. We're gonna
When you
do-
work
we're
with
gonna-
Drake, that's it. You're
Trust
coming
me.
That's it,
straight
bro.
back on here,
You're
fam.
gonna see the OVO pendant soon come. You get me? But big up, guys. As always, if you haven't already, be
Appreciate it.
sure to subscribe and let's get this video to 100 likes.
Safe.